May I speak to Jimmy, please?
Yeah, this is Jimmy. What's up, man?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Mark with SMN News. How you doing today?
Hey, Mark. I'm good, man. How you doing?
I am good. What's the weather like where you're at?
Hot as fuck, man.
Hot as fuck in November.
Yeah, dude. It's humid and hot, bro.
Crazy,
God's on acid.
crazy. So the weather can get under your skin quick down there, I guess.
Where are you from, man?
I'm on the West Coast, Sacramento area.
No, you shouldn't even be qualified to talk about weather. You get it all the time.
Hey, well, look, man, it's a pleasure to talk with you today, being a drummer and you being influential in my playing, and you're a multi-instrumentalist as well. So, very honored to talk with you today.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
So, obviously, this is about all things Superjoint, but one listen to the new record today, and I walked away with this energy where I just wanted to run or punch a wall or something. There's so much energy on this record, man. It's amazing.
Awesome, dude. Sounds like we did our job, then.
So, tell me a little bit about the writing process. What was it like this time around?
Me and Phil got together and talked a good bit, about what we kind of wanted it to sound like, Well, we all did. But me and Phil had kind of talked about it beforehand a little bit, saying, we wanted to try and get as close to the first record as we could, because that was our favorite record,
Right.
So, with that in mind, everybody had a little time off, and I started listening to old Righteous Pigs and Black Flag again and stuff, just to get inspired, and relearning all those songs on the first record. And then, two of our members of the band are from out of town, so they came in, and so it was kind of a cram session, because, like I said, two of the guys live out of town, and everybody came in with their riffs and stuff, and it came together pretty quickly, man. And just kind of bouncing ideas off of each other and everything. I'll be honest, it was a little weird because it's kind of a different band now. So,
Right.
So as opposed to before, where it might have taken 6 to 8 months to write 10 songs or something. This time it was like 1 month and we wrote all of it. So which is a good sign, it's like everybody was just really, really excited about doing it. So, it kind of really spit out pretty fast, right?
Well, it feels that way. It has an energy, an aggression to it, and I think the sound of it, when you guys recorded, how much of was it all done live? Did you guys go back and redo parts? Because it has a real live feel to it.
Yeah, thanks. We did it out at Phil's, at the Lair, and basically the way we always do it, we kind of all jammed on headphones with Blue, the drummer, and then they stripped everything down and go back, because you can get better tones.
Right.
It's hard to, unless you have isolation boosts, it's really hard to get really good tones and while everybody's playing, so we kind of went back, and that's when that's why I think the record's so tight and energetic, and we really spent time playing to Blue,
Well, it feels good. And the recording process, was that all within that same month time, or was it done at a different period to record it?
Well, we did like the drums, and then did a couple guitar tracks. And then, once we got the bass down, then we could go back and like do some more guitar textures and stuff like that. And me and Kevin did our tracks, and then Phil did some tracks as well, because like on all the earlier stuff, Phil played guitar on the records as well. So I'm basically just the rhythm, and then Kevin went back and did like leads and stuff,
Right.
and Yeah. I mean, we're really happy with it, man. I think it really came out good, and definitely comes across sonically the way we wanted it to.
Well, it definitely feels that way. Use Once and Destroy had that. Just here we are. We're here to make a statement and play some songs in an old school vein, and it came across that way. And then second album, Lethal Dose, it felt good, but it didn't have that edge that the first record had, in my opinion, anyways.
We started thinking too much, man.
Is that what it was?
I think by the second record, I think we were putting too much stock into like on the first record, the riffs are literally ignorant, dude. Like alcoholic, it's literally ignorant riffs, but, once the whole band kicks in and Phil starts singing, it's just like, it's got that, like, old school Black Flag feel to it, old Dostik front, something like that, and I even think on the new record, we set out to make it be like the first record songs and all, but I think it kind of morphed into its own sound as a new band, which is a good thing.
No, I feel that, and it's definitely an older school sounding record. It's very gritty. The guitar tones are very pure, and it has that old hardcore vibe and throwback feel to it, which, like I said, just sonically it sounds great. So I'm definitely excited to see you guys get out on the road and do some dates. And what does that look like for you guys right now with the tour coming up?
We have the record comes out on the 11th, and we're doing like a record release show in Dallas at this place called Gas Monkey Live, and on the 12th, and then gonna let the record soak in with people a little bit, and then I think we're starting late January, early February. So really excited to get back out and tour, because we did that one run with Danzig, and we opened, and we did a couple gigs on our own, but it's just after putting this record out and everything, it's just gonna be that much cooler,
No, man, it's me. All right, definitely looking forward to seeing you guys, live again, getting out there. But for yourself, because you are multi-instrumental, when you're, playing guitar like you do here, do you hear things rhythmically with the drums and say, hey, try this or try that? Do you have your input into that, or do you just kind of let him do his own thing now?
Well, Blue's from Texas,
Right.
And what I think, Superjoint definitely had to have that laid-back New Orleans groove. It has to, because that's where we're from. And of course, we would talk to Blue, and I used to tell him, dude, when the drop comes in and it hits, kill your drum set, dude. Just like go nuts, And Blue's such a great drummer that he adapted really well, and I think he did a fantastic job, because he had some pretty big shoes to fill, So, and another good thing about Blue is he's so young, so his stamina and his energy is there. I couldn't play that shit, dude. I'd fucking pass out, man. There's no way. I mean, when he's going, with the real fast on the double bass, it's just like, dude, how the fuck do you do that? I'm totally a bottom player,
You are, but that's what, being a fan of yours and you're playing in one of my favorite albums of all time is The Bustle in Your Hedgerow, that Second Down record. The vibe and
that's mine too, man.
Those dynamics you put into it, Lysergic Funeral Procession, just the vibe and the bounce. You've always been able to capture what the song needs, and I really appreciate that style of drumming you have.
Thank you, man. It's really cool of you. Thank you.
No, it's gotta respect.
On that record, I got to use brushes and shit on a bunch of songs on that record, and and just that was one record that I played on that as far as on drums, I think that record encompasses so many different styles that it was fun to jump in and out of styles, you know, and yeah, it's just a really fun record to play drums on.
Definitely. So a question about the name, because I saw there was a little blurb Phil mentioned. I think it was in Decibel magazine. They referenced that you guys had to drop the Ritual because of a contract that was signed in your past. Is that correct?
Kind of. I mean, it's just it's that and all, you know, which to me is not a big deal. But then also we're a different band now, so you know, it's like we're not Superjoint Ritual anymore. You know, the band's got 2 new members now, so it's Superjoint. You know, it's just a real common sense thing to say. You know.
Right. Makes sense. I know the quote I think was something about there's a leech out there that, you know, signed a contract and someone who's going to take reference to that. And in my mind, I know what that's referring to, and I'm not going to say it because I know there's legalities to it, but some people are menaces out there and they try to take you for a ride or something like that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, fuck people, man.
Exactly, man. You know, you guys are still here. You guys are still doing what you do, and it's been, you know, over 10 years since the last Superjoint. So if somebody hasn't heard Superjoint before, but they're aware of the players, what would you tell them about this record that would make them want to listen to it?
That it's you know, if you're used to all the bands from New Orleans and the players, you know, it's different. You know, I think it has more of like an old hardcore feel. You know, like Voivod's always been a real big influence for Superjoint. Like, you know, I mean, a lot of New Orleans bands like I Hate God, Down, Crowbar, you know, tend to get more in the doomy or bend in the string kind of thing. You know, and Superjoint's you know, the breath of fresh air from that, you know, and it's not as extreme as the Illegals, you know, or not as punk as Arson Anthem, but, you know, more in the, like, hardcore vein, you know, and the cool thing about Superjoint is I love Phil's voice in Superjoint. It's, like, fucking so heavy, man, you know, and it gives him a chance to, like, you know, sing that style, you know, that made him famous, basically, you know.
No, definitely. I think his vocal stylings on this record very reminiscent of the first Superjoint record, and I think it kind of ties it together and bounces you guys back, but it's still fresh and relevant to what you guys are doing today. So, I mean, job well done on the record, man. Job well done.
Thanks, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
So, look, man, I just want to say thank you for your time today. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. I will shoot Liz over at Earsplit a message once we get this thing up and posted. I'll shoot you a message to let you know what's up, so you guys can take a listen and you know, get it out there for your fans to hear.
Okay, well, I appreciate the opportunity, man, and thank you for taking the time out to help promote the record, dude.
All right,
really
man.
Appreciate it, man.
Anything for you guys, man. Take care, Jimmy. Have a great day.
You too, brother. Thank you, man.
Take it easy, buddy.
Man.